Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. Welcome to the Charlie Battery, 1st Battalion, 79th Field Artillery Basic Combat Training Graduation Ceremony. Today marks the successful completion of the demanding requirements of 10 weeks of rigorous Army basic combat training for these soldiers. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation and the playing of the national anthem. The invocation will be given by the 1st Battalion, 79th Field Artillery Chaplain, Captain Barrett.
Let us pray. Almighty God, apart from you, we can do nothing. And so we pause in deep gratitude for all you have done for us. We thank you for the perseverance and toughness of these soldiers and their willingness to serve in a time of uncertainty. We thank you for the instruction and wisdom of the drill sergeants and cadre. We thank you for supportive family and friends. And we thank you for the many who have served before us and those who have given their lives for our great country. May our newest American soldiers be strengthened by these words from Joshua. Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid nor dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Amen.
gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the commander of Delta Battery, 1st Battalion, 79th Field Artillery, Captain Smith.
Good morning, Colonel Blackman, Command Sergeant Major Slater. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am Captain Smith, and I am an American soldier. On behalf of the Fort Sill Command Team, welcome to Fort Sill and the 434 Field Artillery Brigade graduation ceremony. Thank you all for joining us today as we commemorate the accomplishments of your warriors and our newest American soldiers. Before we continue to move forward in celebration of the Army's next generation, we must take time to honor those that served before us. At this time, will all veterans please stand? On behalf of the 434 Field Artillery Brigade Team, we would like to thank all veterans for your service to our country. Ten weeks ago, these 167 warriors standing before you left home, many for the first time, to become part of something bigger than themselves. Although they arrived as individuals, they are leaving as members of a time-honored team. They have worked and succeeded in every task that is put before them, because failure was not an option. As they tell you, it takes more than boots and a uniform to make an American soldier. They have been instilled with the fundamentals of discipline and have embodied the core Army values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. These fundamentals and values are acquired and put into practice every day through tough, realistic, and safe training. You may have already heard of the stories about the stings in the gas chamber, the nervousness of throwing a live hand grenade, and the pride of passing the final Army combat fitness test. These stories are just a small representation of the overall experience. In just over 67 days, they trained on their primary weapon system, foot marched more than 60 miles, learned how to perform life-saving measures, and experienced the beautiful, ever-changing weather of Oklahoma. Every training event is a building block towards forming a foundation of skills these soldiers will use in everyday life and combat. They have shaped these skills by training like their lives and the lives of their battle buddies depend on it. Furthermore, they understand that the soldier's creed and warrior ethos are not just words to memorize, but words the American soldiers live by. These soldiers have met every challenge head-on and succeeded, due in large part to the positive leadership and demanding environment created by the Army's finest non-commissioned officers. These outstanding coaches, mentors, and role models taught your soldiers the true meaning of discipline and teamwork. The drill sergeant's professionalism, competence, and dedication to standards have made a lifelong impression on your soldiers. Most importantly, these soldiers would not be here today if not for the undying love and support of their family. I applaud you all and ask that you continue to support your soldiers throughout their military careers. They have became American soldiers for you, their family, and friends. Soldiers of Delta Battery, I extend my gratitude to you for the sacrifices you have made to become an American soldier. By taking this courageous step during a period of global uncertainty, you have truly set yourself apart from your fellow citizens as defenders of freedom and the American way of life. You're all well trained. You're mentally, physically, and emotionally tough. I'd be honored to lead each and every one of you on today's battlefield. Godspeed and good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for our newest American soldiers. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, currently serving as the Garrison Executive Officer for Fort Sill. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Captain Kyle Hayes.
Colonel Blackman, Command Sergeant Major Slater, Lieutenant Colonel Purcell, Command Sergeant Major Stewart. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends and families both in attendance and viewing from home, welcome to today's graduation ceremony for Delta Battery 179FA. It is an honor and a privilege to speak to the future leaders of our Army in the formation before us. Because ultimately, that is what we do here at Fort Sill. We are a leadership factory. We have basic combat training for our enlisted soldiers, basic officer leader course for our new lieutenants, advanced individual training for enlisted fires, primary education courses for our non-commissioned officers, warrant officers, and officers, not just for the United States Army, but for many of our international allies. The Fire Center of Excellence develops leaders through world-class training and education. You have embarked on one of the most challenging experiences of your life. 20 years ago, I stood on a field just like this in Fort Benning, Georgia. And while the location may change, the ceremonies do not. As I stood there, I had little understanding of what lay before me. And in only a few months' time, I found myself on the front lines during the invasion of Iraq. You too may be questioning what is next. I have no crystal ball, and I cannot answer that question. What I can say is this: if you rely on your training, what you learned here at BCT will take care of you throughout your career. At Fort Sill, we have a list of sayings called the Fires 50. My favorite is Fires 50, number 26. Humans learn two ways: significant emotional experience and repetition. Your drill sergeants have used both of these methods to teach you, and you will keep learning this way as your career continues. I have learned a few important lessons by both methods, and I hope you may take a few of them to heart today. Always secure yourself first. This is also a Fires 50. This goes for ensuring you have your weapon to ensuring you're doing the right thing. Remember the second half of this. Once you are secured, look out for your buddies. The people on your left and right will be with you through everything. Your teammates will become your family and best friends. In every decision and action, put your team above yourself. Second, the most important thing you will do every day is PT. Being a soldier in the U.S. Army should be synonymous with the word athlete. You must be stronger, faster, and more tenacious than any enemy you encounter on the battlefield. That means every day you wake up and do PT. You must train hard like it's your job, because it is. Fitness is a cornerstone to success in the Army, and it's something that only your own blood, sweat, and tears will accomplish. The Army will provide you the time, place, and leadership, but only you can provide the effort. Lastly, remember the oath you took. We are one of the most respected organizations in the United States government. You took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. I would suggest that you actually read it. This is a document that lays out how our government should work, and that is what we are here to protect, the continual working of our great nation. Welcome to our team. You have accomplished great things so far, and I know this will only continue. Standing in this formation are future platoon sergeants, first sergeants, and sergeant majors. A few of you may even come to the dark side as officers. Every day, wake up with the intent to do better than yesterday. King of battle, fire strong, rugged professionals.
At this time, Captain Smith will present the guest speaker with a certificate declaring him an honorary graduate of Class 0922. Thank you, Captain Hayes. In keeping with the 434th Field Artillery Brigade's policy of recognizing superior performance, awards will be presented to those soldiers who have distinguished themselves during the training cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until all awardees have been recognized. The Distinguished Honor Graduate of the Cycle Award is presented to the soldier who demonstrates overall excellence in training and character development throughout the training cycle. This cycle's Distinguished Honor Graduate is Private First Class James Bentley from Fort Collins, Colorado. The Basic Rifle Marksmanship Award is presented to the soldier who attains the highest score during live fire qualification with the M4A1 carbine. The Marksmanship Award is presented to Specialist Tessa Lechuza from Antrim, New Hampshire, with a score of 37 out of a possible 40 hits. The Physical Fitness Award is presented to the soldier who achieves the highest score on the final Army Combat Fitness Test. The Physical Fitness Award is presented to Specialist Luke Salve from Spokane, Washington, with a score of 579 out of a possible 600 points. Additionally, each battalion recognizes a graduating soldier with an award dedicated to the service and actions of a distinguished soldier from the U.S. Army's history. For the history of the following award, please refer to your program. The Lieutenant Joffrey C. Ferris Award is presented to Private Kiana De Leon from Port Clinton, Ohio. Please join me in a round of applause for the honored graduate and award recipients. During the training cycle, there are certain standards that must be met in order to be distinguished as that cycle's honor platoon. For Class 0922, 1st Platoon has met these high standards and is therefore distinguished as this cycle's honor platoon. Please give the graduating class a very deserving round of applause.
The soldiers we are honoring today would not be here were it not for the efforts of the drill sergeants. Identified by their distinctive headgear are the drill sergeants. These dedicated non-commissioned officers are the backbone of the Army and the central focus of the 434 Field Artillery Brigade mission. Selected on the basis of professional competence, leadership ability, and years of service, these men and women undergo intensive training to earn the right to wear the distinctive campaign hat and insignia. With the drill sergeant hat goes an important responsibility of molding civilian men and women into soldiers. Please join me in a round of applause for the drill sergeants.
At this time, Captain Smith will come forward to present the Drill Sergeant of the Cycle Award. The Drill Sergeant of the Cycle Award is presented to the drill sergeant who has best displayed the qualities of leadership and devotion to duty during the training cycle. This award is presented to Drill Sergeant Wasson Rindo from New York City, New York. In recognition of his performance, Drill Sergeant Wasson Rindo will receive an Army Achievement Medal and the Drill Sergeant of the Cycle Trophy. At this time, the 434th Brigade Command Team, Colonel Blackman and Command Sergeant Major Slater, are presenting Drill Sergeant Wasson Rindo with the 434th Field Artillery Brigade coin for excellence. Drill sergeants follow a set of fundamental beliefs that guide them in training soldiers. These principles are set forth in the Drill Sergeant Creed.
I am a drill sergeant. I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally trained soldier, capable of defeating any enemy on today's modern battlefield. I will instill pride in all I train, pride itself, in the Army, and in country. I will insist that each soldier needs to maintain the Army standards of military bearing and courtesy, consistent with the high traditions of the U.S. Army. I will lead by example. The unrequited soldier to attempt any task I will not do myself. But first, last, and always, I am an American soldier, sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am a drill sergeant. Right, keep. Forward, forward. Left, 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 more. Left,
Ladies and gentlemen, an American soldier's first act is to swear to defend our Constitution. Just as the Constitution of the United States is the cornerstone of our free society, the soldier's oath is the backbone of the Army's commitment to preserving it.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations. And the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the singing of the Army song and remain standing for the retiring of the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. You may now see your soldier.